Hi, everyone. Welcome to Brass Flexibilities. We're so excited to have Rachel here with us today. Rachel is the 2019 winner of the Penny Turner Award, and we also have Ginger Turner, founder of that award, here with us today. So we're going to just take a chance to get to know Rachel and ask her some questions. And Rachel, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So Rachel, we wanted to start it by asking, how did you get started on trombone?
So I started just like a bunch of my friends did. Our older siblings were playing instruments or kind of forced to play instruments, I would say. My oldest brother, he played the clarinet and loved it, and then my middle brother Nick, he played the trumpet, and so I wanted an instrument that was, different. It wasn't like my brother's, but also that, was kind of unique to me. There weren't too many girls who played the trombone when I was younger, and there still aren't. But yeah, that's kind of how I kind of started playing the trombone, and I joined Vienna band camp, which is where I kind of learned how to put the trombone together and blow on the mouthpiece, and from there I started taking lessons, and I just kind of started my passion for the trombone.
Awesome. Speaking of Vienna, the Vienna Essentials is a fantastic program where you and other musicians perform at community events and nursing homes. And this group is something that you manage, arrange, compose, and play trombone for, right? Can you tell us
Yes.
like what are some of the highlights of performing with that group? Tell us more about that experience.
Yeah, well, since the pandemic, I've really missed being able to play at nursing homes and stuff. But we started it as a kind of service project where, my friends and I, we needed service hours, and we all happened to play an instrument. And we kind of thought, what if we combine our interests and, start playing for the community? So we got together. At first, it started as, little solos we played for the nursing home crowd. And I was just overwhelmed by how much they loved it. They came down all dressed up to hear us perform, and that's kind of how we started getting involved and really wanting to take this past that service hour point and really into a point where we could just perform and really do it for our audience. And so since then I've started arranging pieces that our audience would love. That's how we got the name Essentials. Kind of the essential songs that our audience could remember, like Body and Soul and At Last and things like that. And I noticed they would sing along and they'd just be super. They'd enjoy it so much. So I think the Vienna Essentials is such an incredible way to connect to, we're a young generation, they're kind of an older generation, and it's just, music is the kind of bridges the gap between us.
That is incredible. Now, obviously, if I had been reviewing the applicants and I had read that, because I have such a soft spot for what happened with my mom, as you just said, it started as service hours, and now
Yeah.
it has become something that you, as a person, know is important to do. And if everyone would take that kind of approach, we could bridge so many gaps and we could bring joy to so many people. So thank you for all of that work. And I hope that it is as rewarding for you and your friends as it is to us as we observe you. Fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is so rewarding. As I mentioned, I miss it so much. It'd be just seeing the happiness on their faces and just the fact that, they get dressed up in their most formal wear just to hear these, young high schoolers play. It was just so fascinating to me, and I love it.
Well, you may be able to do soon. You may be able to set up some outside stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've thought about that.
Yeah, and now that, kind of the outlook of vaccines is starting to be more optimistic, I definitely want to get back together with my friends and, before we go off to college, maybe just get back that thing we enjoyed so much over the past